If you can't kill a boss, no reason why you can't look like one. Moogle putting the wow in transmogs.
The shoulders you're going to pull straight out of a place called Blackrock Foundry. Operator Thogar, 14% shot to get the Soul Priest shoulder guards. It's priest with soul. Is there any other kind of priest? Moving on to the chest, which I think I'm making good use of here. Battle of Dazalahar Mythic, Divine Fury Raiment, Frida Iron Bellows. 5% drop rate on that really cool looking robe. The belt, Court of Winsome Sorrows, High Mall. Gorian Enforcers drop it. About a 28% drop rate for the belt. Moving on, we're going to show you something called the back or the cloak. Lua Exultance Shroud, Battle of Dazalahar Mythic, Paku's Aspect, 8% on the drop rate for the back. Moving on, the feet, which you can sort of see. Boots of Persuasion, Next Ramus, 25-man patchwork. He looks like a big fat Michelin man. 18% on the drop rate for the boots. The hands, Stone Warper Wraps, Blackrock Foundry, Chromag, 12% on the drop rate. So the hands and the belt are from the same place, and the shoulders are also. Next up, the head, Hood of Blind Absolution. Tomb of Sargeras Heroic Atragon, 14% on the drop rate. Sticking with the Vulpera, and we're going to show you the weapon, which is the staff, and it really ties in nicely with the rest of the set. Spur of the Great Devourer. Hellfire Mythic, Gorefiend is the boss, 10% on the drop rate. Orange and a purplish blue. I think works for Shadow Priest. Definitely works for Shadow Priest. The Eternal Palace Mythic, to get the shoulders, not easy, but eventually as we progress forward, it'll get easier and easier. Trust me on that. The chest piece is straight out of Siege of Orgrimmar Mythic, which is a lot easier than Mythic in the current tier of BFA. Fuck. The Bloodthirsty, 24% on the drop rate. Lady Nightborn showing you the belt. Vita Binder Wrap. Throne of Thunder, Heroic, Cache of Storms, 14% on the drop rate to pick up the belt. Moving on, Lady Nightborn's going to stay with us. The feet, Spider Silk Boots, Vanilla Level Tailoring. Check your local tailor, check your local auction house to get the boots. And we have a dude orc of the Magthor clan. The Eternal Palace Mythic, Queen Ajara drops the handpieces, which are part of the same tier set as the shoulders. The back, the Great Cloak of the Dark Pantheon. The Burning Throne, Agrimar is the boss, and 8% on the drop rate to pick up the cloak. And we have a Lady Worgen showing you the headpiece, which is straight out of the Sunwell Plateau. Gotta fight your way all the way to kill Jaden, 15% on the drop rate for the headpiece. And the last piece is the weapon, which is straight out of Black Rock Foundry. Black Hand drops it, 17% on the drop rate for the staff. I think this is a rather interesting look for Priest. The Shoulders of Demonic Dreams, Town Long Steps, Shadowpan, Assault Quartermaster, 1,000 gold. I believe you could also farm it out of Throne of Thunder. Moving on, we are going to take a look at the chest, which is the Vestments of Inflamed Blight. The Burning Throne Heroic Shadow gives the boss, 8% on the drop rate. Now we're going to move on to a Lady Night Elf and the belt, Fire Strike Cord, Town Long Steps, Shadowpan Assault Quartermaster, 300 gold to buy the belt, or you could farm it out of Throne of Thunder. Next up, we're going to show you, I believe it's the feet, yes, Black Mage Weave Boots, Vanilla Level Tailoring. Check your local tailor or your local auction house for those Vanilla Level boots. Next up, we have a Blood Elf dude showing the hands, which is part of the same tier set as, no it's not, but it's out of Freehold Mythic. Trothak is the boss, 5% on the drop rate for the hands. And the Back Gilded Seraph's Drape, this is the heroic version of the Burning Throne, Admiral Spherax. Kind of a fair drop rate to get that tier cloak. The head is pretty easy to get. You can farm it out of Highlands Ettins. I believe you could also get it off the auction house, but I like the way that red works in with that gray there. Next up, we're going to show you the weapon, which is Black Hand Doom Staff. Blackrock Foundry, Black Hand as the boss, 16% on the drop rate for the staff. I'm thinking disc or even holy. If you have that unholy feel about yourself as a priest, this works perfectly for you. Battle of Dazzle Mythic, as you can see, the boss, kind of fair drop rate to get the Mantle of the Sky Terror. Now the chest is going to spin you to Siege of Orgrimmar, LFR version. Sun Tenderheart is the boss, 16% on the drop rate for the robe from Mist of Pandaria. Now the belt is part of the same tier set as the shoulders, and I also do believe the gloves. This, of course, is from Battle of Dazzle Mythic. Opulence, kind of a fair drop rate to get that really cool looking belt. Really works well, I think, with this set. Shawl of Nerubian Silk, which is from Icecrown Citadel, 10-man heroic. Lord Marigar is the boss, 16% on the drop rate. Looking really epic on a Lady Void Elf here. Cindercloth boots, vanilla level tailoring. Check your local tailor, check your local auction house for that. Look at that cloak. That cloak looks awesome in my opinion with this set. Now we're going to show you the hands. Battle of Dazzle Ahar. Actually, that's the regular version, not Mythic. Kind of a fair drop rate. You could even go with Mythic if you get lucky and you pick it up. It's just a little bit of a different shade. Now we have a Blood Elf dude showing the Headpiece, which is a quest reward from High Mountain. Easy enough to pick up, that kind of gray oval circle on your head. Now we're going to show you the weapon, which of course is from Uldir Heroic Fetid Devourer. Kind of a fair drop rate for that really cool looking gray and blue staff. The shoulders are easy to get, 100% drop rate. Cromog is the boss, Blackrock Foundry is the place to pick up those shoulders, really Shadow Priesty looking shoulders. The chest piece or the robe, which you can pick up out of Hellfire Citadel, the LFR version, Kilrog Deadeye is the boss, and it's got kind of a low drop rate, so you might have to do it a couple of times before you pick it up. And I'm not sure why I always have Dwarf showing the belt, but once again, here's Gandalf showing the belt. Seeking Ember Girdle, Blackrock Foundry, Beast Lord Darmak is the boss, and decent drop rate, 18%. So pretty good drop rates on all these pieces so far, except for the chest, really. Volatile Walkers, Uldir, LFR, Talok is the boss, and 5% is the drop rate to get the boots. Got a Lady Troll who's going to show you the hands, which is out of Uldir. That's not right. It's actually High Maul Heroic. The Butcher is the boss, 14% is the drop rate to get the hands. Now the Cloak, which is out of Uldir also, Heroic. Vectus is the boss, 8% is the drop rate. They have some nice cloaks out of Uldir. I kind of like them. And now we have a Tauren who's going to show you the Headpiece, Crimson Acolyte Hood. Dalaran is the place. The cloth vendor is the dude that sells these, 55 gold. Very easy to get, very cheap to get as well. And the weapon, which is out of Hellfire Citadel, Kilrog Deadeye, said it's the second piece that drops from him, but this one is 10%. This particular set spins the threads in a very unique way, but it kind of is grounded with that priest look. Shoulders of Dao Dao Chung, Siege of Orgrimmar, Sun Tenderheart, 17% drop rate for the shoulders. Now we're going to move ahead to Hellfire Citadel, which of course is a little further down the road in a xpac cold. Warlords of Draenor, all the fun. The belt, part of the same tier set as the robe. Hellfire Citadel, Grim Ambusher, 16% shot to get the Court of Unhinged Malice. That's a great name. I like that name. Cloak of Ill Tidings, the Eternal Palace Mythic, which of course is Zakul who drops it, 12% shot to get him to drop it, and of course that cloak is from BFA. The feet are straight out of Crucible of Storms. Keep in mind the LFR version. Zach says, someone tell me how to pronounce that, please. I would appreciate it, and then I'll get it right going forward. I'm tired of getting it wrong. Gloves of Staunched Wounds, the Underwrought Unbound Abomination, 5% on the drop rate from the Underwrought to get those hands. Now we have a Blood Elf dude showing the head, which is from Hellfire Citadel. You saw the boss. You guys can read, I think. I can't, but you guys can. Uncanny Combatants, Etched Vessel, BFA, Level Inscription. And the weapon is Temple of Sethralis. As you can see, the boss, cool drop rate. My name's Luxeley. I want to thank everybody for stopping by, and of course leaving a like or a comment, just saying hello. And I'll leave you with this final thought. Whatever it is by you, whether it's morning, afternoon, or night, make your day epic.